But I have to tell you, if all you know about Brother Penn is his ability in the classroom, you really don't know him. Just as effective as he was in the classroom, he was in the pulpit. I have in my desk drawer a journal, and I have a page in there, best sermons I ever heard. Two of them are by Dr. John Penn. One of them, the title of the sermon was Voices Around the Cross. I've never heard a stronger, more powerful evangelistic sermon than Voices Around the Cross. And kids, that was on a cassette tape, and I don't have time to explain to you what that was, but I wore that tape out listening to that sermon. The other sermon that impacted me, that Dr. Penn preached, was the parable of the sower. He preached it here at the seminary, and what a powerful message. And so he was gifted in the classroom, equally gifted in the pulpit. God used him, whether it was Cave City, Forest City, Southwest Little Rock, or North Bryant. Brother Penn did not pastor dead churches. All of them prospered and saw great growth. God has used him for that. We're thankful. We have a generation who doesn't know Brother Penn, so I've asked one of his sons, Brother John Michael Penn, to come and introduce him to us.
Thank you, Dr. Copeland. Anything you'd like to say? Okay. That's a first. My grandmother, Ida Pearl Goodwin, was born in 1900, and at the age of 19 married a young man named Hosey Penn. Together they raised 6 children. My grandfather was a deacon at the Pleasant Valley Missionary Baptist Church of Lynn, Arkansas, where coincidentally, in 1933, my grandmother's younger brother, Paul Goodwin, had answered the call to the ministry. He had preached his first sermon at the young age of 18, and 2 years later, in January 1935, the last of their 6 children were born, my father, John Eldridge Penn. In a story recounted to me many times by my grandmother, on the night of his birth, the midwife asked her, "What are you going to do with this one, the last of 6? To which my grandmother replied, "I'm going to give this one to the Lord." And she told me that she prayed earnestly that night that God would use him in his service and take him. Had she only known how the lives of her younger brother and her youngest son would intertwine. After graduating high school, my father moved to Florida to live with my Uncle Stanley and his wife Sis. He was in the Air Force, stationed there. My grandmother was concerned about her son Stanley and his young wife because she knew they weren't attending church. So she asked my father to find a church to join and maybe convince his brother and sister-in-law to go with him. And so he did. And in the process, both he and my uncle surrendered to the ministry. And my aunt and uncle went on to have a long and fruitful ministry serving Baptist churches in Florida. But while my father was growing up, my great-uncle Paul had moved away from Lawrence County all the way to Little Rock, where he graduated from the Missionary Baptist Seminary. And in 1954, he was pastoring Unity Missionary Baptist Church on University Avenue in Little Rock and teaching at the Missionary Baptist Seminary at its old location in downtown Little Rock when he heard that his nephew had surrendered to the ministry. And upon his advice and the fact that he had an empty bedroom, my father moved to Little Rock in 1954 to begin his seminary education. And my great uncle had another surprise for my dad. One of his deacons had a beautiful daughter who was a senior at Central High School named Betty. They would marry in 1956 and go on to serve the Lord together in the ministry for the next 60 years. After graduating seminary, my parents moved to Forest City, where he served as pastor of Landmark Missionary Baptist Church, and from there to Cave City, where he pastored First Baptist Church and attended Lyon College, then known as Arkansas College. After graduating with a degree in social sciences, obtaining a teacher's permit, and teaching in the Cave City public schools, In 1969, he received a call from Dr. Goodwin, now Dr. Goodwin and president of the seminary. There was a church. Actually, it was a mission. It was in an area known as Pulaski County, now known as Southwest Little Rock. And they needed a pastor, and the seminary needed a teacher. And Brother Penn answered both calls and went on to teach here at the seminary and pastor at Southwest for over 30 years. I will tell you, in 1978, when Brother Goodwin retired, he moved 2 houses down from us and became our associate pastor. And I think sometimes that I had to be the luckiest young man in the world to grow up in a congregation with Brother Penn and Brother Goodwin as my pastors. I got to spend so much time with them. I learned so much from them. In 1997, due to community conflict, the Southwest Church decided to disband as most of its members had moved from the area, but a small group decided to reform, regroup, start a new work in Bryan, Arkansas, and that's where Brother Penn would serve until his retirement. Throughout his ministry, every church he pastored flourished in the Lord's work, growing in numbers, growing in grace, in love, in knowledge, increasing their mission work, church planting, building new facilities, participation in associational projects, bus ministry, radio ministry, cassette tape ministry, shut-in ministry, and eventually even an online ministry. Did I leave anything out? Together, my father and mother did a lot of things and traveled to a lot of places. Mission trips in India, church history tours in Europe, countless conferences and revivals all over the United States. Today they live together in the Fox Ridge Rest Home in Bryan. Throughout Brother Penn's tenure here at the seminary, he taught a lot of classes, was perhaps best known for his courses in hermeneutics and church history. I think the subject matter for these lectures is most appropriate, as are the speakers that are here today. Both men are former students, former colleagues, and lifelong friends. Dr. Harris married a fine young lady that he met at Southwest Church that grew up under Dr. Penn's ministry. Their son Connor serves as associate pastor at North Bryant today. Dr. Thornton has been a close family friend for so long, I don't ever really remember there being a beginning. He was kind of always there. But someone that my father always loved and appreciated and had so much confidence in. You do realize that your son is his pastor now. That's make you feel old? So it's an honor to be here today. And I want to thank my pastor, Brother Matt Thornton, Dr. Matt Thornton, for his part in making today happen and for leading North Bryant Baptist Church to generously support the seminary. Brother Matt, you were handed an impossible task. Following a pastor who had been at the ministry at North Bryant Baptist Church for as long as he had been there. I know it's not been easy at times, but I want to say that we love and respect you, both our congregation as well as our family. And we appreciate you very much. Also, it's impossible to speak about Brother Penn's tenure without recognizing Dr. John Owen. Thank you for your friendship, for your loyalty, and for your encouragement. Most of all, I think I can speak for Pop on this. I think you were the friend for him that was just always there. Hey, he agreed. So thank you, Dr. Owen. I remember when I was serving as treasurer at North Bryant Baptist Church, Brother Penn was pastor. He came to me and he said, look, we're out of room. We need a new building. We need a parking lot. Okay, we need a fellowship hall. We need to do a lot of things. You need to figure this out. You're the treasurer, okay? I need you to get some quotes, talk to some builders, right? We got to get moving on this. We got people that I think are leaving on Sunday. We're just busting at the seams. And I didn't know what to do, but I was not sold that we needed to do all of this. I didn't believe you. But I didn't know how to tell you. because that's a hard thing to do. But I didn't have the vision. I wasn't sold. So I called my good friend, Brother Copeland, and I asked him, I said, Roger, listen, here's the situation. Here's what's going on, and I don't know what to do. I need advice. What would you do? And he said, I'd ask him where he wanted it and how big to make it. Now, I took that advice, and from all of us at North Bryant Baptist Church, thank you for that good advice so many years ago. And thank you for your leadership here at the seminary and for all that you do. Another almost impossible task that you've made happen. I do want to close with one thing. You know, I learned a lot of things from my father, lessons on hard work, honesty, leadership, forgiveness, patience. Between he and my mother, I think I had as good of a Bible education as anyone could ever have. But I asked him recently about his life and career, about the success he had as a father, as a pastor, as a respected teacher, what his underlying life philosophy was, if you will. And his answer? He said, I felt like I had something very valuable that would help people. And I wanted to share it with everyone I could. And that was the secret to a successful ministry and a successful marriage. But he didn't stop there, because he wanted to teach those people to love the Word of God, and he wanted to teach them the Word of God. And to do that, he needed to equip himself. And he was able to do that through prayer and study and debate. Through his study of history and hermeneutics, to be able to teach people the Word of God, to be able to answer the difficult questions that people have. So to the students in attendance today, my prayer is that you find these lectures beneficial in your own lives as well as your future ministry. And I'll close with this, something that a longtime friend and fellow church member of my father's congregation for over 40 years, shared something with me recently. And I asked her if I could share that today, and so she wrote something down for me, and I wanted to read this in closing. The calling of pastors is the work of God alone. And the teaching of those men and others who desire to study the Word of God in an academic setting is the work of the Missionary Baptist Seminary. Two simple statements. Nevertheless, you teach and train the men called of God who choose to attend here. And every church they pastor, and every church they've ever pastored, and every church they'll ever pastor, benefit from the efforts of the school. I know this because I and many others were taught by Dr. Penn to love God's chosen men, and we never doubted that he loved teaching them. He mentored the seminary students who chose to join our church during their seminary days. He was faithful to tell others that the work done at the seminary is worthy of support and respect. We at North Bryant Baptist Church have benefited in multiple ways then, and that blessing is present with us today. Dr. Matthew Thornton serves as one of just 3 pastors during the history of our church. Each of these 3 God-called men were touched by the work of the seminary. So thanks be to God, who is still calling men to the ministry and to all who teach the truths of his word.
I can't think of a better life to live than the life that Betty and I have not lived. All 4 of our children are very active in church, some out here and other places. And I can't tell you what it means to see so many people here. And I'm sorry that Betty can't be here, but she got hit with COVID-19 and it wiped out her mind. And she's still struggling to remember things. But I'll play this for her and explain to her what happened, and she'll be pleased. God bless you all.